helping you with Acorn and RISC OS computing.
Here in Zoom, so you can download the CL filer also. It's basically the same version that is for free that if you buy it, what the only difference is that the search function is turned off, but all other it's the same like the full version. You can easily also, if you don't have the link list, and you just can go to our website RISC OS cloverleaf.com, and then you go to the shop and then look for the CL filer product. There you can, there's a link for the download of the free version also. The basic motivation about the CL filer was when I was coming back to RISC OS 2 years ago, and I was away from RISC OS like 20 years. You get used to the comfort of other operating system, and then you might miss some of the usability in RISC OS. So my idea was to bring that to RISC OS and to make it easier for people who come first time to RISC OS also to start RISC OS and not get too many problems concerning handling, for example. So I will switch now to the Rpc Emulator to show you the program. Okay. Now let's see the RISC OS. And basically in the future, the idea would be that it will replace the current RISC OS filer, so that you can directly also use it when accessing the hard disk or USB stick or so. But at the moment, it's a standalone program. And as filer, it is loaded on the left side of the taskbar. So when clicking on it, then this shows. So one important feature is here the tree display of the folders, which is very handy when you want to faster access the folder contents, which I find sometimes a little bit time consuming when you have mixed the folder names and the files all together in the filer window. So I think that's a good feature of the CL filer. This is also possible to switch it off. You can switch it off here by the icon or also by a keyboard shortcut. No, it's not this T. Display here. Yeah, here you can toggle it, which part you want to see, if you want to see it with a tree or without. So you can also switch off here the toolbar if you don't like it. And the other one, let's now display like this. So like this looks like the normal filer, but then you have still some features what we have in CL filer, what you don't have at the moment in the normal RISC OS filer. Like, for example, the feature when you move, you drag a file or a directory to another window, and then comes up this pop-up where you can decide if you want to move or copy files. This is because I had often problems in Windows Filer that I accidentally initiated a drag, and then suddenly folders have disappeared because I didn't know I had initiated the move. Because in Windows, you when you drag something on the same drive, it's always moved. So then the folders just disappear and you don't know where they are. So that's why I made this pop-up as standard, so it cannot happen that something happens that you don't want to happen. So I just can copy it now. Okay, that's one feature. What else? And we have also here favorites list. You can define your favorite folders that you use often, and that you do just here in the menu. Yeah, this one, I mean, this distro folder is now in my favorites list already. So now it shows the remove distro from favorites, and otherwise it will show add. We go now to another, then it will show the add choices to favorites. Yeah. We have different displays. In addition to the standard display types of the RISC OS filer, we have also the 2D size bars. Now, let's work like this. So you have a graphic display how big the files are, or the Bling applications under it. That's a bug. Okay. Okay. Yeah, the program is not perfect yet, and it can happen also that it crashes. So if you try it out and the program crashes, then you can please send us the log files for that, so we can better find out why it happened and remove these bugs. And the files for that are located in the boot and choices. Let's see, boot now. Choices. Yeah, so you can send all these files to us, to our email info@riscoscloverleaf.com, so we can find the bug if it crashes. Yeah, then we have also, you can navigate through the directories. You can go up one level, or you can also go back and forth. Yeah, so it's also faster. You navigate if you scroll down to a total other part of the drive, and then you can easily go back to the directories that you just used before. This size. This is sorting. options, and here you can also take another one. You can toggle here between ascending and descending. And one feature is that you can color the background of the folder. So you can color, for example, each drive different, so you can easier find or recognize which folder on which drive the folder is located. Currently, only the folder display can be colored because we use here the tree view for this part, and the tree view module doesn't offer the option to change the background color, so we cannot change this here at the moment. Another feature is for searching files, and then it will use the source is the selected drive. So if you want to search all the drive, you must click on the root directory, and then you just type what you're looking for, and then it will search through all the drive. It's quite fast also. And you can also use here the option that it searches also inside the pling apps when you activate this here. For image files, this means also then it will search inside from zip files, for example, or other image files. I mean, filing system image files. Okay, so I can stop here. So it found quite a lot of files with, that includes error. Here you have you can select the available drives. Here's nothing in it. In the future, we might also display all the available drives here in the tree view, but at the moment, it's only possible to display one drive at one time. But you can open multiple windows, of course, and then you can select here the other drives as you need to work on different drives. You can configure a CL filer also that it uses standard RISC OS handling, like also with dragging of files and the key shortcuts. We have a change behavior and a CL file as standard, but you can configure it that it uses the standard RISC OS schemata. I mean, with key shortcuts and also the mouse handling. Some of the features also don't work yet. For example, the hotkey is not implemented yet. The hotkey is intended to be used that you can open the CL filer window at any time, but that is not yet implemented. But the other features should work. Yeah. The tree view has here also an own menu. So you can also create directory. Strange. I think. You can also open here other drives when you go over the toolbar menu, or the taskbar menu. Yeah, I think that's basically all what I have to say about this at the moment. So yeah, you can try it out from our website, download it from there, and it's basically fully functional, the demo. And well, when you think it's a user program, then you maybe can donate for it or purchase the full version, which is only 19 euro. But you can donate also like 10 pounds or something like that, then you will get also the full version from us. And we are still working on it to improve it and add more features. For example, what we intend to implement also is like a timeline where you can then easily access the last files that you used or the last applications or the last folders. Yeah, and also what is planned to add more display types. For example, that will help you to detect better where a lot of files or big files are located on the drive, so you can remove it or check if they are needed or whatsoever. But this will take still some months until we have implemented all the features that we really wanted to implement. And I hope that until the London RISC OS show, we have implemented it all. Yes, that's basically for the CL filer. So if anyone has questions, I think we can open then the microphones so anybody can ask some question about it. Hey. Okay. Anybody want to ask something?
Remember to press your space bar if you want to talk.
Can you demo the search, Stefan?
Demo the search. Regex. What is regex?
Regex, regular expression. So could you type Stefan star and it would find, or Stefan star something? I'm just curious to know
I think that doesn't work yet. I think we didn't implement that yet, but we can do it if it is needed. It should not be too big problem, but I can try it. I'm not sure. I requested it, I think, to my programmer,
I think you don't need to.
I'm not sure.
Is your search not doing a substring search anyway of the file name, so you don't need to use regular expressions?
At the moment, it's like you saw before when I search for error, it finds all the files that contains inside error.
That's what I mean. That's a substring of the file name. So therefore,
Yeah.
You don't need to implement wildcards to find all the necessary all the relevant files, unless Mark has anything more detailed he wants to do via a regular expression.
Well, regex would allow you to do all sorts of clever things.
Yes, I know. That's why I said anything more detailed, because obviously just searching for a particular word will find it within the file name, which is the absolute basic of a wildcard search. I mean, one of the benefits would be you could search for something wildcard something else, so which is slightly more than just a simple substring.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, this will help only when it finds too many files. Yeah, then the wildcard will help to reduce the search results. Yeah. I can try it, but. Let's find the. So when I try, but it starts directly something here. This doesn't work. This auto doesn't work, so I don't think it's implemented. Nope. Any other questions?
Yeah, one concerning the ability to give folders a background color. If you wanted to give a group of folders a background color, can that be easily done, or do you have to do them one by one?
A group of folders? No, I mean you mean that you can select different folders, and then it only works for the current folder selected. Yeah.
Oh, I
moment.
see. Right. Okay.
Yeah. It's
So,
not. It
yeah,
doesn't work like you view. You have the display of the. Like this one, you cannot select this one, and then you can say set color. Yeah, this doesn't work.
No, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not implemented that way. It also only sets the color of the current folder.
Right.
Yeah.
Stefan, you were saying on the coloring that you could use it for showing what drive you were on. Does it sort of pick up on all the subfolders as well, or is it just the current?
Yes.
Can it do, or could it do? Because Colourfiler's got quite a neat trick where it actually you can get it to shade the background as you go further down your directory tree, so that you can see kind of visually. You know, you get a deep color out at the top, and as you go down, it starts to get paler and paler. Maybe that's something that's quite useful in Colourfiler. It lets you see how far down the tree you've strayed.
I see. Yeah, I didn't know about that feature, but I mean, we can think about it. I have to test it, how it works, and yeah, we can think about it. That might be useful also.
Okay, thanks. Yep.
Slight sidetrack there, Stefan, but have you got a slight redraw error on your screen?
Sorry, I have what?
Have you got a redraw error on your screen? Because if you look to the right of your Filer window, you can see the end of a...
okay, all right. Like this, yeah? Now it's better, or?
No. If you look to the right of your Filer window, you can see the end of something which says pls dot pling reverse. to the right of the filer window on your background. Am I the only one that's seeing this?
Sorry again.
Yeah, so if you look at RISC OS at the bottom and then go
At
up
RISC
on that
OS,
side of the
okay.
screen, and then you'll see some random letters with a
Also
forward
down by the
slash.
word RISC OS as well, actually.
Oh, there is as well, isn't there? Yeah.
But this here.
Yeah.
Wait. What is this here? Oh, I don't know what.
Yeah, it looks like it's a redraw issue.
Yeah. Yeah. Any other question?
Does it allow for alt renaming in the filer?
The old what? Sorry.
Does it allow for pressing the alt key and clicking on a file to rename it, like the standard filer does? Can you rename a file by pressing the alt key?
Okay. We use this how to change it. I mean, the user interface, we change it similar like in Windows also, that you can write directly, yeah, like this, yeah. You mean like that, yeah?
Yes, the RISC OS filer, if you hold the alt key down and click on something in the filer, it automatically changes to a writable icon, so you can rename something.
Oh, okay. Well, that we just, oops, what's this here? Okay. That is activated in our file when you click 2 times. No, it doesn't work now. So this will, it should work when click 2 times, but maybe it's deactivated now because we had some problem with it. So you can, with Control R, you can make it, I mean, by the keyboard. It's Control R.
Okay.
In the CL file now.
Okay, thank you.
I've got a question, Stefan, about the sort option. Should include file type.
File type. Seems not at the moment. No. That we should add, yeah. That makes sense, yeah. This should not be too difficult. I think that we can put in the next version.
With this version that you're showing us, if you go to full info, are the sizes of the sprites correct? Yes. On 0.77, they're oversized. It looked fine.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we are still, I mean, the program is not perfect yet, and there might be some bugs or some handling issues or so. So if anybody sees something that doesn't look right, then please send us an email and tell us about it.
Double click and hold to open application directories. That doesn't seem to work through CL Filer.
The shift, yeah. The shift and double click, yeah.
No, the alternative. Double click and hold is an option in the main keyboard configuration. Oh, sorry, the filer configuration, and is very useful.
Double click and hold.
Well, if you go to the go to the RISC OS filer configuration, please.
Configuration. RISC OS file configuration.
Double click boot.
Right.
Double click boot.
Yeah.
Filer.
Filer.
Right. Double click and hold is an option which you have switched on there halfway down. And it's no, halfway down in the middle.
Okay.
That is extremely useful.
Click, hold, shift, double click.
But CL filer doesn't acknowledge that.
Yeah. This we didn't implement because I was not aware of this feature.
Oh, I think I mentioned it to you months ago.
Well, okay, then I forget it.
All right.
Okay, we will look at it.
Great.
Okay, yeah. If nobody has any questions anymore, then I can just speak about our other programs that we did. One is ChatCube, and we have released ChatCube now also as open source. So if anybody wants to implement additional chat clients for RISC OS, then they can do that now. Yeah, we have implemented Telegram client. But it is possible also that any other open source messenger can be added to ChatCube, so that we have more messengers available for RISC OS. And the other thing is about the Rpc emulator. We have updated our Cloverleaf version of it to the last Rpc emulator version. And the difference in our Cloverleaf version is that there's a startup option. So it can be started in full screen, and it automatically closes down the Rpc emulator also when RISC OS is shut down. And the other features that we have is that the clipboard works between Windows and the Rpc emulator. So you can copy text, for example, and also images to the RISC and back to Windows. And the other feature is that the scroll works also. Yeah, this works not in the standard Rpc emulator. Sadly, they didn't take over or changes in the official Rpc emulator, so that's why we have to do it in our special version. And it can be downloaded from our website also. I think that's all what I wanted to say. So, any further questions?
A general question: why did you decide to create your own version of Rpc Emu?
Well, we published just also our changes in GitHub, yeah, and I don't know why they didn't took it over in the official version of Rpc Emulator. Maybe, well, I don't know.
What other developments are you planning? Any specific thing? What to plan with the new machine?
You mean about the ROCC chip boards?
Yes.
Or well, mainly Andrew Hornsley is responsible for that development, and I think he made a demonstration on the Wakefield show also. So at the moment, the programmers are working on mainly on the laptop or on the Palm Pro laptop that will work. And there was a delay in the development of that because they were working on the TCP/IP stack of RISC OS developments. So that is out now, and I believe that they continue work on the ROCC chip implementation now. And also one part of the next part of the TCP/IP stack is also the Wi-Fi support. I hope until the RISC OS London show that could be also available.
Thank you for that. Any more questions? Anybody in the meeting room?
I was curious to ask Stefan what he personally uses RISC OS for and what he likes most on it.
My favorite program was always RWROCC. And that is also one of the main reasons that I came back to RISC OS. But I like also, I like the general handling in RISC OS. Yes, that is the reason. My main program is really RWROCC, or later after I quit RISC OS, I used Xara. This is a predecessor in Windows of RWROCC, yeah, and yes, and I would like to use it on RISC OS again with RWROCC. But at the moment, I didn't work too often with RISC OS yet. I mainly use it to test our programs. And yes, I hope that in the future I can use RISC OS again for, full time.
General questions come on the chat, people. How can you donate to Cloverleaf? The PayPal app can't find them.
What is the problem? What you cannot download?
The question was, how can you donate? How can you donate directly to Cloverleaf? They can't find you on the PayPal app. You want to donate via PayPal,
You want to,
but you're not showing up.
That I must check. I mean, for the chat tube, you don't need to pay. I mean, it's free, but if you want to download, donate. When you go on our Cloverleaf.com page, and then click on the top menu, donate. This works for me correctly. Can show it. I can share it maybe.
Okay. Follow-up message. There is a link on the donate page, but they actually want to do it through the PayPal app because I don't want to use their machine for whatever reason to access the through their PC.
I'm not really understand where's the problem. Maybe we can discuss it in email, so I understand better where is the problem for you. Yeah, here in the website, you can just go to donate, and then you can go here on donate on any of the buttons, doesn't matter. And then the PayPal page comes up. There's no tie. Yeah, like this.
Patty sent you a direct chat message.
Okay. So, okay, I understand now the problem. But I must investigate that, how that works. If I can give you another link or so. Okay. Yeah, I must check that if I can give you another link or so. Or send you by email. Any other questions?
Any other general questions? All gone quiet. Any comments in the meeting room?
Can you see that, Ruth? meeting room.
All quiet for you.
It's got about 14, is it, down the bottom there?
I think he's asking, do we have anything?
No, I think we're okay at this end, Chris.
So maybe we can have general discussion. I mean, if other people want to discuss something that has nothing to do with my project, then maybe we can start it.
You were talking about ROCC chipsets. That's on the ARMBook Pro, isn't it? Is it going to be on some computers that you're looking at putting out as well?
I mean, there's different boards that have the ROCC chip RK3399, and we are planning also to bring a desktop machine with that chipset, but we likely will not use a Pine board because the form factor is not very good to make a small computer box, yeah. And we plan to use the RockPi 4.
So does that have advantages? Does it have NVMe and stuff like that on it, as opposed to the current Pis and things?
The graphics chip is more powerful, and compared to the original Raspberry Pi board, it offers also the eMMC storage and also possibility to connect a NVMe storage. So that will be much faster than to access mass storage drives.
So that's effectively
so
like.
We hope.
Sorry, that's like the next step up from a Pi 4 then, basically.
Yeah, that should be a little bit higher specs than the Raspberry Pi. And we hope also that we can get some GPU drivers because through our Kickstarter, we got contact to Simon Wilson, who worked for Qualcomm, and he implemented many GPU drivers for them for mobile phones. So he has quite a very good experience with that, and he intend to program a 3D GPU driver for the RK3399 processor. And that will be based also on the Panfrost open source driver for the RK3399. So he doesn't program it from scratch, but he will use the sources from the Panfrost project to port it to RISC OS. And there's also, he made already software Mesa GL driver. So that can be used already. But that is based on quite, older project for the Ionix. On the Ionix, there was already some 3G GPU chip, and he programmed at that time already some driver for it. but that's not so powerful like the current GPU chips. Other questions? And I hope also that for the RISC OS London show, that will be finished implementation for the Pine Pro and also for the RockPi boards. Yeah.
So would they be available to buy at the London show or shortly afterwards?
I hope so. And I mean, the chances are good. It depends only what parts of the hardware is supported. Yeah. For example, it's unlikely that the NVMe storage will be supported already because we must, or a driver must be written for that also. And now first the priority is for the Wi-Fi driver, and after that comes the NVMe.
Another question raised on the chat thing is, anybody working on multiprocessor? Anybody working on the multiprocessor? I presume by that I mean more cores, more than one core, multi-core.
Well, I know, I forgot the name now, who was working on it.
You're thinking of Jeffrey Lee?
Sorry?
Yeah, I think you mentioned Jeffrey Lee.
Yes, right, yeah. Well, he's working on it for sure, but I don't know how much time he has at the moment. There's another project also that is on GitHub also to write a complete new kernel in C. And I guess there's also with multi-core support, but I don't know any details about it at the moment, yeah. But we hope that Jeffrey Lee will produce something that can be used in the future, because especially Iris would profit from that much. I think that there will be multi-core support, because at the moment it's, it's just okay at the speed, but it should be much better when there will be multi-threading.
Okay, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Anybody else got any other questions?
Well, David Ferge just asked what we are working on. At the moment, we are just working on CL filer, and it's not sure what we will do next. Yeah, the plan is that we finish the CL filer until the RISC OS show. And Andrew Ronsley is more responsible for the hardware development about the RK3399. So the Pine Pro notebook or laptop, and about the RockPi or the Pine board. Yeah.
Okay, has anybody got any more questions? No more question. Okay. Beth working at about 2:30 in the morning, I think, something like that at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah, it's 2:40. Yeah.
I think we might let you go to bed then in that case. Thanks very much for...
I'm used to go late to bed, but yeah.
Yeah, not that long normally, no. Thanks very much. Obviously, have a look at the website, anyone that's interested. I think you do a number of distributions as well, don't you, of with games and artworks. You're looking at doing those. Are those current or in the future?
Thank you for the invitation.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
See what happens.
I hope.
See
Have
what
a good
happens.
night's rest.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
I hope in the future I can also join the Wakefield Joe one day.
Yeah.
Again.
Okay. Thank you very much indeed, Stefan. Good night.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, everybody. Have a nice evening. Enjoy the sunshine if you got there.